Yo, morning guys. Welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is the psychiatric self-therapeutic multimedia project to solve the problems, challenges, and obstacles in our lives. Well, this is a suffering process to reach highest goals and ambitions we set for ourselves as well as those around us. So, if you'd like a brief introduction and brief breakdown into how we turn the Ahn Rho Project into domains of life, analogies, and so on and so forth, you can check that out in the previous live streams for the past 3.5 years, straight to January 2021. Now, I'll go through all that. I want to say that I want to dive into the second segment and just do a system override, solve 3. So the second segment is usually table of contents. What I want to do today is just kind of run through very briefly everything that needs to get done. Usually there's about 10 segments broken across 15-minute time span, but today, we're going to try and just take apart the structure because we don't really need this kind of structure anymore. Okay, so once again, all this stuff, I'm just going to cross-reference everything from the previous live streams. You'll find the latest introduction up there. And let's just dive right into, I guess, directory and media assets. Directory and relationships. So what you see is what you get. Okay, I'll pull this down to the side. We'll talk about it in a second. Well, I want to get to the most urgent thing right now, that I have this kind of internal conflict that's going on in my head right now, and for the past 12 hours or so. So if you see the title, this is segment 4 and 5. Again, check out the previous live stream, you understand what that's all about. Segment 4 is the directory, so there are audio recordings like you see on the left hand side, and then we also see, on the laptop right here, I'm supposed to have the title of the stream, which you see, it's like supposed to be, I believe the title has to do with gifting external family, and I'm conflicted because things were going really well. They were looking up, and then I just fell off with somebody yesterday, and in a lot of ways I have a hard time. I can't blame her because she's essentially a golden girl, like a princess. She's been treated like a princess by all of her brothers, by her own husband and her own daughter. She doesn't handle responsibility very well, and at the same time I still have to hold her accountable because this is the workplace. So she lashed out, first at her colleagues, but then she lashed out at me and my colleagues. And so up to that point, I entered the day thinking, it's time to, I resigned, and I'm giving a lot of gifts and resources over to them. I've been preparing for this for a while now, but she's really made me question my choice of judgment, whether or not I trusted the wrong people, or specifically, I shouldn't drag everyone else down with her. It's more like this is SR is SR. So that's just her personally. So this is personal affairs there. So there's a little bit, again, some context there. I will say that there's not a whole lot of, detail I can shed any further because, again, privacy and confidentiality, I'm just going to respect that and say that, it's just, it has had me very conflicted. I slept for like 9 hours. I just like, for all the times I could have said something horrible to her, I didn't, and I just defended and said, she doesn't get it because she doesn't do the job. It's fine. She's having a hard time, whatever, but she clearly would not do the same for me. Kind of sold me out like that. And then, I'm just reevaluating, my decisions. This is my fault. I chose to stay here and help this group of people instead of the other group of people who were willing to reciprocate my kindness, who were open and intelligent and smart enough to handle things properly. I sort of neglected them and chose to be with and help those who couldn't understand, who would not reciprocate my kindness. Or specifically, there's just this one person, really. But even so, that's my responsibility and my choice, and I made a big mistake, I suppose. I don't know if I can call it a mistake, because then that'd be turning into a regret. And I can't live my life with regrets, so that's the key here. You're not supposed to live your life with regrets. So I'm going to keep walking forward with this, and so I'm very conflicted. because the title does say gifting external family, and she was one of the people I was going to give a lot of resources to, and then, well, yeah, she always complains about how men have it so easy and stuff like that. It's just I can't cater to this anymore. So, and I have to take a stand. It's my responsibility to. The rest of the colleagues are looking at me like, why don't you say something? So I should say something, and I should take a stand. So, anyway, so that being said, that was like the first 5 minutes. Incredible, isn't it? How much time gets taken up from stream just for that. So there's the recording of like that. The interaction is actually covered in that, and I don't really want to say too much about that. Because there's not a whole lot that went down in terms of specifics. Let's just cover the food now. So we're going from segment 4-5 into segment 6. Media assets right here. We have from stored reflections page. So there's a limited time assigned to you. If you don't use it for yourself, it will be gone and never return. And of course, stored reflections. Again, this is not my stuff. Copyright notice here, not my stuff. All right, that just hits very personal to me. So this is considered to be a shout out, I guess, in support of stored reflections. Check that on Instagram. That's not my page. All credits go to him. But there's a memento mori calendar and weeks lived versus weeks left and that kind of stuff. Just reminding you how to manage your time wisely and to really live in the present and be happy and find something meaningful to do every single day. Okay, move on to the side. Segment 7 and 8. So 7 is the photography. So you can see I'm going to show all the these are photographs of Tim Hortons farmers wrap, bacon farmers wrap, and you can see right here the brand opened up, and here's the packaging, and that's that. And here's also a wrap, and here's the mass photographs, so everything all together. Once again, very nice. I'm just gonna expand it a little bit. It's kind of, yeah, so you can see a little better. So anyways, that's that, and again, more of this just with the packaging. So I had this as a meal yesterday because I was just not feeling all too well, not feeling all too hot, and it's like came back. It's like, well, I didn't realize that today's supposed to be a day off, but it is a holiday for the country I'm in. Anyway, so that's that, and I'm gonna get rid of that. So that's everything. Okay, good. So we've gone through the photography, and let's move on to the finances and budgeting. So of course I had to inventory track some. I should mention that not only did I make a purchase from Tim Hortons there, but also there's some stuff here that I recorded as food that I ate from my guardians, which we've had a very fractured 3 decades, and but I've managed to get everything back on track, or it was never on track. I actually got it on track for the first time for them because they really couldn't handle things on their own. So that's that, and that's fine. That's great. Okay, good. So fitness is not doing too well. I went to sleep for like 9 hours, stuff like that. I did not take care of my body very well. And finances, I have some new purchases and some new inventory I need to update here, which I forgot to do. I'll have to do that after the stream ends. News, politics, right? I already put the links there. Okay, so let's move on to segment 9. And we have about 7 minutes, six minutes, so let's get up. This is usually the most active, engaging part of the stream. I know today's stream is not particularly upbeat. Apologize. Okay. So here's region D1. Let's cover D1. This is all trash, recyclables, and then you see the Tim Hortons here on the left-hand side here inside the bag. Tim Hortons farmer wrap package. We have banana there, which is browning so bad that I just have to throw it away. Actually, it's just not going to be. I'm not going to enjoy eating that at all. It's just going to be completely disgusting. So this is all trash. That's recyclables. I want to say at the back here, this is also trash. And that's because the bag here of chips here I also ate, so this is also trash. But maybe I'll save. No, I was gonna save this for packaging for making dinner, but I realize now that today and tomorrow I'm not going to work because of the holidays and the company's off. So I guess it's all trash now. Okay, that's great. Let's move over here to region A. A788 is important here. We have a lot of stuff that we want to cover on the previous day that I didn't get done. So, like I said, here's the health card. I still need to get the appointment set up for the second dose of, I believe, Moderna vaccination. We have some packaging here. that I said I would toss away, as well as the Kleenex here from the Wendy. So this is, I finally put the party picks away inside this bubble wrap bag right here. It was a good idea after all. So the party picks are the things I use to stitch up my drop leg, so we'll talk about that in a second. I already showcased it yesterday, but we're going to use it. So it's all trash, recyclables, so we'll leave it over here in D1. So right now, I just talked about the party picks, right? So I guess it makes sense to transition to A7, A2 over here. Here's some crumbs. And just say that, okay, so the party picks, okay. So this is, you know, a very dilapidated pair of pants, and I want to take off now. So the St. John's ambulance triangular bandages with the party picks pinned in together like that, just right here. I can take it off and take off the elastic bands and take off the party picks and the hairpins that keep it all together. Same thing with the left hand side, the left knee and the right thigh. Can take it all off because at this rate, I'm gonna wash it tomorrow morning. I'm gonna wash all this tomorrow morning, and then it'll be the last time I'm wearing these pants, at least on the outside, because it's so dilapidated. So that's that. Speaking of which, I walked back home, and once again, I had brought with me these shears by accident, these scissors by accident. So now let's focus on A7, A8 for a brief moment. Okay, so we are here with this bunch of tools here, and I want to sort things out real quickly in the next 2.5 minutes here. So we have some supplements here from Usana Health Sciences, Procosa. This ball's almost empty, so I'm gonna take this out. And then this one, I gotta take out this plastic saran wrap. And then therefore all of this is just trash over there. Or maybe I'll keep it as a sample and for my clients, and I'll leave it at the very top. This here is just brand new. I'm gonna leave it on the side here and say, okay, so we have replenished a bottle of Procosa for ourselves, and leave it here over on a region A5, I don't know, something like that. Okay, so move this one. There's a whole lot of recyclables and trash here. I mean, honestly, this is crazy. It's all this stuff here. Maybe I'll keep it as a sample. Who knows? No, yeah, keep it as a sample. Who cares? Yeah, samples. All right, so here we have all the drop legs and stuff. So here's a fan. This is a gift for either myself. I'm gonna use it myself. I also gift a pair of these to one of my colleagues. We have some stuff here, the party picks I gotta use myself, so I'm probably gonna stash this over here in region A5 of the drawer hat. Side here, this is a gift item, coconut cookies. Once again, I'm gonna gift probably over to my domestic guardians because I just want to. I know they like coconut. The wallet here, I've taken out the RFID blockers. I may purchase a second one. The wallet I'll keep for my own purposes and probably put it down here in region A5 as well. So keep it with the party picks, move it down there. Most likely that's what's gonna happen. I'm not sure. It's not electronic. Neither of these things are electronic though. So there's also potential for me to put these over there in region D4 at the very back next to the groceries. Okay, same thing with the picks here, with the hairpins and this stuff here. It's not exactly clear to me. I'll probably leave it here for now because this stuff I might use for the drop leg. And then here, most importantly, we did not talk about this, but we have these thread snippers, these keychains, these Sharpie markers, these stylus pens, and this camping knife, and this stylus pen without any mark. So all this kind of stuff is material I'm going to keep here that again will be used in the manufacture, in the crafting of a drop leg for my colleagues and so on and so forth. So I'm going to leave it all here. Half of the stuff here are actually things I want to keep myself, the keychains, the thread snippers, but the drop legs, alongside with all these elastic straps, that's what the drop leg is going to be made of. I'm going to keep here because that's what I'm going to use to make the gifts. Same thing with the batteries. I may have to purchase one more of these headlamps, and that's that. Okay, move on to the side. Okay, D4 at the very back here, and we have a lot of groceries to go over. Briefly, Oreos, I'm going to give this to my brother, I mentioned it already. This one I'll keep myself. The Reese's are just stuff I'm going to eat myself. There's a old-fashioned apple pie in there. There's also this I'm supposed to give to my guardians over the side. So the truffle tiramisu should be going here with the coconut stuff. I'm going to bring it over here and have it ready to give over to my guardians when I'm about to leave. Leave for today. I have about 9 seconds left. Can't cover the rest of the stuff here. It doesn't really matter. I'm not gonna get groceries today. Everything's on holiday, so I'll just see you tomorrow morning. And I'll probably eat this banana too. Yeah.